Welcome to Atlanta. Practice Officer 5000, Jeremiah Yachty, Camp Leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb started. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the Black Party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom. Welcome to Atlanta.
Alright, we gonna take it to the new school right now. My man Shaw, South Cat, holding it down. You know we waiting on y'all. We sit back waiting on them chariots. Hey yo, Shaw, let them know. Come on.
Talking about how much money you got, but in reality, the Lord just got you there. Don't watch it fall. What's gonna save you in the end? But if you don't know, comprehend. Choose knowledge over silver and gold. No, we ain't the same. I'm in the UPK, ordained by the Lord to drop the jewels to poverty. The poverty, it looks so wild when we out on this bitch. And no, we don't play no games. So stay home, little kids. It's like a sword what we say, but it's in the game like EA. Boy, know your lane like freeways, or I have to see like CJ. I got my grind and replay, but I want your life like relay. I'm at they neck, cause I'm up next, nigga. In my chariot, I pick you up from uptown, uptown. Hey, niggas swear they gotta hit, we'll batter up now, up now. But we are not the same. I'm a priest and prophet, okay. Got money paying tithes for me. My people starving like some damn puppies. I'm a big dog, use a damn puppet. The lowest nigga in the school can probably show you something. Somebody bring me some wine. Is it my baby? That's Lil' Bae. I call her that cause she whine. I'm in my mood, that's all the way. I should have been named prime time. But I'm a prince, so call me Shaw, and I'll be quite fine. Yeah. Chariot and I'm whipping. I whip it like a new slave, the rose is different. Whip a devil for fun, cause he looks suspicious. Can't take the heat, we'll get your pussy ass off my list. Remember the days of old, could've booked the vision. I got a penny in my pocket, so I can't afford to skip it. Can't afford to forget it. Affected by it, me and my niggas. Dear Lord, let me get them, okay. In my chariot, I pick you up from uptown, uptown. Hey, niggas swear they gotta hit, we'll batter up now, up now. But we are not the same. I'm a priest and prophet, okay.
You're
No, we go to ground.
Let's take it to the concrete real quick. Let's take it back to the bricks.
You know when they come up.
You know what we do. We represent for our niggas,
already, I'm more ready. I'm saying this now, making sure that the morgue ready. Yeah. We got some drop-offs, battle formation, I'm waiting for you to pop off. Right after you make your first move, get your rocks off. Next thing you'll head to the dirt, we are not soft. I took a loss, but nah, I ain't panicking. I be making moves, you staying still like a mannequin. Think you got the force for shit, I'm feeling like Anakin. Hit the chick with that lightsaber, might save her. Doing moves tight major with light paper. And H-Town on them blades like an ice skater. Yeah, at that one West Passover. Sit down, take a seat to the class over. Far from sober, but I ain't puffing on Doja. Bartender, bring me tequila. Hold the soda, shit. Hold the ice too, flood it like a typhoon. We can get 6 shooters, 10 paces, high noon. We have Player Street, all-star studded like it's all-star weekend with all my brothers. Ain't nobody fucking round with my niggas. You know who I go to ground with, my niggas. You know when they come around, if they wanna clown, then we gun them down for my niggas. Ain't nobody fucking round with my niggas. You know who I go to ground with, my niggas. You know when they come around, if they wanna clown, then we gun them down for my niggas. Ride for my, die for my niggas. Make sure me and the squad solidified. I'm down to ride, go to war like I did the job. You niggas whores, I'm the ball, plus I been the vibe. You can't feel me, unless you sip 100 proof. I got 100 soldiers with me, that's 200 boots. We get to stomping like a Kappa or a Q. But don't mistake me for no rapper, I'm the Jew. The streets cold, so I throw on the cover. You a bitch, don't get mad at me, get mad at your mother. Put my life on the line like I got me another, yeah, shit. It's like I'm on another level here. You second tier, I'm pulling guns, that's on Metal Gear. It's hell out here, but shit, I die heavenly. AK equipped with the drum, it holds 70. Twin revolvers, bucket you duck like Yosemite. Yeah, I hear a lot of rappers puffing on their enemies. I don't smoke, but I drink their tears like it's Hennessy. Yeah, nigga, but it is what it is. Ain't no nicotine, but I is with the cig. I just had a dream and I did what I did. And Philly bodies dropping every day where I live. So I don't even wanna hear about rappers. Heavy gut punch, knock the air out rappers. Ain't nobody fucking round with my niggas. You know who I go to ground with, my niggas. You know when they come around, if they wanna clown, then we gun them down for my niggas. Ain't nobody fucking round with my niggas. You know who I go to ground with, my niggas. You know when they come around, if they wanna clown, then we gun them down for my niggas. For my niggas. My niggas, alright. Ride for my, die for my, cry for my niggas.
You know what time it is, y'all? I don't know how many times I gotta tell y'all, man. This brotherhood is crazy. And all we do is rep for our niggas. Forever. Let's take it back to the...
Isupk started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Since 1969, the Isupk under command of General Yohana has been teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who you are according to the Bible, according to history, according to archaeology. You understand? You belong to the Lord. You are the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel. Since 1969, Isupk under command of General Yohana has been telling all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who your enemy is, who your oppressor is, which is everybody that is not Israel. You understand? Right. You're not black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. You understand? If they're not us, they are your oppressors. You understand? Listen, we're here in Milwaukee. They are these goddamn heathens that are out of control. You understand? They see and this is why the Isupk is so important. You understand? Because we're telling blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to change your life, so these heathens can't do what the hell they want to do to you anymore. You understand? Here's what these heathens understand: that as long as you are disobeying your power, As long as you refuse to obey the law, statutes, and commandments and serve the Lord the proper way, they can rule over top of you. They can treat you however they want to treat you. They can do whatever the hell they want to do to you. You understand? But the moment you decide to serve the Lord, you understand, the right way, not the Christianity way, but do it the right way, then things will change. You understand? Right. Give me the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32. So, like, anybody have any questions in the room? Any questions online? No questions online? No questions in the room? Let's get John. You got a question? All right, let's get John chapter 8, verse 32. Read it nice and loud. These are my favorite scriptures to go to in the Bible. You want to know what Officer Lacumiala's favorite scripture is? This is it. John chapter 8, verse 32. You understand? It speaks volumes, you understand, for us. Once we learn, you understand who we are, once we learn what the truth really is, then you can start really asking questions. Once you get tired of lies, then you can start asking questions. The problem is our people love delusion. We love sleep. We're a tired nation, and I get it. You've been in slavery for 400 plus years. You're tired. You're tired of being on the bottom. You're tired of having to wake up every day and doing your 9 to 5. And you know, some brothers do what is it, 11 to 9 or 11. Some brothers do 11-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts. Some brothers do 11 at night to 7 in the morning. You're tired of waking up every day having to go slave for this empire, only to see the Chinese people come in every ghetto and establish their businesses while having their own Chinatown. You understand? Only to see that the goddamn East Indians and the goddamn Arabs come in every ghetto and establish their businesses. You understand? Only to see these goddamn heathens to stay over top of you and upcharge you on everything that you buy in their businesses. You understand? Knowing that you're impoverished. You understand? This is why this is my favorite scripture. Go ahead and read.
Oh, wow. This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32.
Go ahead.
And ye shall know the truth.
And ye shall what?
Ye shall know the truth.
The Lord said, ye shall know the truth. You understand? We've been lied to for over 400 years. It's time for us to know the truth. The truth hurts. You understand? Sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes it don't feel good to be told you can't smoke weed. Sometimes it don't feel good to be told that you're not a goddamn GD. Right. You understand? It don't feel good to be told that that it's not conducive to your people to sell drugs. Right. And I understand that you're trying to get by. You're trying to make it. You understand? You're just trying to survive. But sometimes the medicine don't feel good to be told that it's not okay to get by at the expense of your people. You understand? Go ahead and read. Scripture says, "You shall know the truth." Go ahead.
And the truth shall make you free.
And the truth shall what?
The truth shall make you free.
Listen, the truth is going to make you free. You understand? You're going to be free from this delusion that you've been in for 400 years. You're going to come to the understanding that you are really something special. You understand? You are really something. You ever wonder why the Chinese people and the Arabs and the Africans, they come over here, and whenever you start to do something, they pull their camera phones out very quick. Or when you go to California or Chicago, you understand? And these Chinese people, they're on a tour bus, and they pull out their camera phones and they're taking pictures. You understand? They're taking those pictures and going back to their land and showing their people, these are the real Jews. Look how they're acting. These are the real Jews on the planet Earth. These are the real people of God, and they're acting like this. No wonder they're on the bottom. These are fools. They know that if you get it together, you'll run the world. They know that the world would be a better place if you run it. You understand? But there's something that you have to do. You have to know the truth so that the truth can make you free. Truth is, it's high time to wake up. You've been asleep for too long. You've been asleep way too long. Now it's time to wake up. You understand? It's time for you to, you just celebrated St. Patrick's Day today. You understand? You're out wearing green, and if you won't see somebody with green on, you're pinching them. You understand? And you don't know the real history of St. Patrick. The truth is, St. Patrick was a black man. He was a slave. You understand? And then he was a slave in Britain, and then he got free. He escaped slavery. A couple years after he was taken captive. You understand? Went back to his family, and then he became a Christian. That's the truth. You're patterning your days after Christianity still. Celebrating a man that was put into slavery and that became a Christian. Who does that sound like? Martin Luther King.
Right.
A brother that was a slave that became a Christian pastor, and his name ain't even Martin. His name is Michael. You understand? But the thing is we've been taught to believe lies. We've been taught to love lies. The scriptures say you shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free. The truth is that medicine that you need. You understand? It's like when you got the flu, the truth is like that NyQuil that you have to consistently take. You understand? It's nasty to whenever you first taste it, but it's gonna make you better. That's what the truth is. It's when you're living a life full of sin, you're living a filthy life, it's nasty to you. You understand? When somebody tells you, in order to come to the Passover, you can't dress like everybody else, it's nasty to you. You understand? When somebody tells you, in order to be around my brothers, you can't smoke weed. When you come in this school, you can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. It's nasty to you. Why? Because the world has taught you that these things are okay. The world has taught you these things are okay, when in reality, it's not. You understand? So the truth is that is medicine that's uncomfortable to you, but it's gonna heal this sickness. It's gonna heal this sickness called delusion, this sickness called distraction. You understand? And once it heals this sickness, then you'll be free. Give me Zephaniah 2:1. Quickly. For too long, we've been coming together in the name of things that we're not supposed to come together. You understand? We come together under the GD banner, under the banner of the Crips and the Bloods, the MS-13s, and you'll come together to do wickedness. And you won't even really be together. Because the whole time you got a brother over there that says he loves you and he's sleeping with your woman. Your right-hand man is taking your woman to Pound Town. Go ahead.
What verse?
Chapter 2 and verse 1. You understand? You got it? I hold it. Whenever you come together on evil things that's going to keep you in this condition. You understand? The Lord said to come together in a righteous way so you can get out of this hellish condition that you've been in. Go ahead and read.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Come on with it.
Gather yourselves together.
Do what?
Gather yourselves together.
Come on with it.
Yea, gather together, O nation, not desire.
Listen, the Lord said to gather yourselves together, O nation, not desire. You understand? Drop that. Give me Ephesians 4:4. You understand? Why did the Lord say, gather together, O nation, not desire? Because he knows that nobody on the planet loves you. Everybody wants to be over top of you. Whole time you want to be equal to everybody. You want to be just like everybody else. And listen, the priest Kananya, get that brother a hand. Brother broke down something serious last week. You understand? He broke down the definition of a bad bitch. You understand? You in America calling yourself a bad bitch. You've never, somebody tell me, when have they've ever heard Queen Elizabeth call herself a bad bitch? And she's a bad bitch by definition. When have you ever heard her call herself a bad bitch? When have you ever heard any Prince Charles, his daughters, you understand? Or any who else? What? Give me some more names. The Queen of Sheba. You understand? Give me some more. Come. Prince Diana. Goddamn. Yeah, goddamn. When have you ever heard Princess Diana call herself a bad bitch? And correct me if I'm wrong. Is by definition, is she a bad bitch? That word bad means pleasant, unpleasant, and undesirable. That brother broke it down in an eloquent way last week. You understand? Meanwhile, the Lord told you to gather yourselves together under a righteous banner, and you twerking on a headlight at a red light, calling yourself a bad bitch, calling yourself something unpleasant and undesirable. You understand? It's time for us to consider our ways again. Time for us to look at ourselves and see how we've been living. Look at the things that we've been doing and make a change. You understand? It's time for us to stop being so selfish. You understand? You got that? Go ahead and read. No sweat. Come on with it. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 4. And Salakia, the topic of this class is distractions, man. The topic of this class is distractions. As Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we've been distracted for too goddamn long, man. We've been allowing distractions to overtake us for too long. It's time for us to focus our eyes, like what did Paul say? I've kept the faith. I finished the race. You understand? Like, I'm paraphrasing it. I completed the course. I'm paraphrasing it. It's what Paul said. You understand? He didn't allow distractions to overtake him. Stephen, upon death, he didn't allow distractions to overtake him. You understand? Meanwhile, out where we are in Milwaukee, a brother got gunned down. In AG, correct me if I'm wrong. A brother got gunned down the other night during the feast.
So there was an incident, from my understanding, it wasn't fatal, but there was an incident right around the corner.
Listen, why? Because distractions. We look at things that don't matter, and we make it matter. You understand? This brother struck me. Now you want to kill him because of a fist fight, or somebody talking crazy to you. Now you want to kill somebody because they're talking crazy to you. You understand? It's so, and not only on a grand level like that, but St. Patrick's Day is a distraction. You understand? All these American-made holidays are distractions that we've been taught to keep learning the ways of our oppressors. You understand? They give us bottles and pacifiers to distract us from reality. You understand? They don't want reality to set in that you're really a slave. They don't want that reality to set in. They want you to stay distracted. Go ahead and read.
There's the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 4.
Here's another thing. Listen, being in a fake Israelite camp, that can be a distraction like crazy to our people. You understand? You distracting yourself. You understand? You're confused, thinking that you have the truth, when in reality you don't. And now because you think you have the truth and you allow your pride to come into the way, now you're leading others astray. You understand? Let's see what the Lord said about it. Go ahead.
There is one body.
There's what?
One body.
Go ahead.
And one spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling.
Listen, there is one body. That one body is the Isupk under Commanding General Yohana. You understand? Whether you like it or not, that's what that one body is. You understand? It's been established since 1969. Everything else is a break off of a break off of a break off. That's how you know this. Look, the Lord is not with it, because it's falling apart left and right. You understand? The scriptures say that when they tried to come up against Christ, you understand? They said, his disciples, they said, we're going to let him be. And if it falls by itself, then that's how you know it's, and I'm paraphrasing it. If it falls by itself, that's how you know it's not of the Lord. If it falls, if it crumbles, but if it stands, then and you're fighting against it, then you're fighting against God. You understand? And since 1969, the Isupk has been solid. 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, since 1969. We have not failed. We have not crumbled. You understand? Under Commanding General Yohana, under our King Yahushua, under the Most High, we have not crumbled. You understand? And we don't plan on it. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Verse 5. One Lord.
One what?
One Lord.
Go ahead.
One faith.
One what?
One faith.
The Lord said one Lord and one faith. You understand? That means we're all believing the same thing. Go ahead and read.
One baptism.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. One God.
One what?
One God.
Go ahead.
And Father of all.
Drop that. Get Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. Quickly. Hey, listen, get a trooper ahead, man. Young man became a trooper this past weekend. Trooper Ash Arataza. You understand? The Lord decided to bless this brother with a Hebrew name. You understand? And make him a soldier in his army. You understand? And for all you fake Israelite groups out there, let this be a shame to you. You refuse to come and join the home of the truth. Meanwhile, 14-year-olds, he ain't the first one to do it. You understand? 14-year-olds, 13-year-olds. You understand? You got big Officer Nwanyala in Florida. You understand? Brothers in high school are deciding to join the home of the truth and get in all black and do things the right way because they know that this is the truth. You understand? Go ahead and read. Ecclesiasticus. Chapter 2, verse 1.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 1, no, chapter 2, verse 1.
Come on with it.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Do what?
Prepare thy soul for temptation.
Listen, when you and now we get in. Let's get into the meat of the class tonight. Now we're getting into the topic. When you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Distractions are gonna come left and right. You understand? They're gonna listen. Distractions are gonna come to you in a most crazy way that you wouldn't even expect. It's gonna hit you out of nowhere. You understand? They're gonna say things like, "Hey, let's go over here." They're not gonna call you by your Hebrew name. They're gonna call you by that dead name. You understand? They're gonna say, "Let's go catch this lick real quick. Let's go rob this store." You understand? And you're gonna think about the condition that you're in. You're gonna think about, man, I do need some money. I do need this right now. It would be nice to help out the brothers in the school. It would be nice if I had a little bit of money where I can I can help them out. Meanwhile, if you fall into that distraction, you'll be hurting us more than helping us. You understand? You'll have women out there. You can sing. Trooper can sing. The trooper got a voice on him. The Lord blessed him. You understand? You're gonna have women throwing themselves. Oh. Listen, it's a distraction. It's a distraction. Don't fall weak. Stay strong. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Verse 2. Set thy heart aright.
Do what?
Set thy heart aright.
Listen, when you come into the truth, prepare your soul for temptation. And don't just prepare your soul for temptation, but set your heart right. You understand? What does it mean to set your heart aright? King David said, he said it best. He told the Lord, he said, create in me a clean heart and renew my spirit. You understand? Meaning whatever is evil inside of me that you don't like, you understand? Do what you have to do to make it right. You understand? Clean me up. You understand? This is what King David is praying to the Lord. This is why a lot of Christians read Psalms without reading Psalms. You understand? They don't know how David really was. David was a man of war, but he was also a man after God's heart. He failed. He had his mess ups every now and then. You understand? But he also was a man that understood that he didn't want to face that judgment from the Lord. Because he loved the Lord so much, he told the Lord to create in him a clean heart. You understand? That's how you set your heart right. You ask the Lord to create in you a clean heart, and you serve him properly. You understand? Go ahead and read.
And constantly endure.
And constantly what?
Endure.
Listen, our King is coming back. Our King is coming back very soon. If you haven't been paying attention, World War III is here. You understand? The scriptures say constantly endure. What benefit would it be for you to turn around now and leave the truth now? His brothers walking away from the truth every single day. What gain or thinking about it? You understand? What if you're thinking about it? You understand? Ask yourself this: what is it going to benefit you when we're this close to the end, to walk away from the very truth of who you are?
Right.
You understand? What is just to gain a little bit in America, just to get a little bit of money? What good is it to gain the whole world and lose your soul, when you can gain the whole world because Christ gave it to you? You understand? And keep your soul. You understand? Set your heart aright. Constantly endure. He that endure to the end shall be saved. Go ahead and read.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
And do what?
Make not haste in time of trouble.
What does that mean? Go ahead.
Like when things like get bad, don't run away.
Get it, brother. I'm gonna show you the flags. Don't be a coward. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
Don't be so hasty. Don't be so patient. Don't let that scare you into making a hasty decision just out of that fear. Ain't you?
Yeah, I'm right. You understand? Listen, don't be a coward. You understand? When trouble comes, stand 10 toes. We went over the scripture in CAP class, I believe. You understand? Where it says to gird up your loins, put on the whole armor of God. You understand? And after it told you the armor, it told you to stand. You understand? Like, there's a reason why the scripture says to stand. if you're standing with the whole armor of God on, that means when trouble comes, you're not going to be fast to run. You're not going to fear. You're going to stand 10 toes and go through it. Why? Because gold has to be tried. You understand? If you're gonna listen, here's what I like to say all the time. There's a difference between someone that gets in the kingdom of heaven and that's born into the kingdom of heaven immediately. You understand? Someone that's when we immediately get there. There's a difference between someone that's born in it versus to someone that was transported there. There's gonna be a difference. It's gonna be there's gonna be, you understand, a difference between someone that's born in the wilderness where they don't have to deal with the hardships of America. Right. They're gonna be born in the wilderness versus to someone that was put up on a chariot and dropped off in the wilderness. You understand? Us coming from under that oppression is gonna mean that much more. You understand? Then you will have stories to pass down. Right. You understand? But it's only gonna happen if you endure. If you go through the fire. If you don't never go through nothing, then what comes after? You seen those spoiled kids. You understand? From our oppressors have a lot of spoiled little devils out here. They are multi-millionaires by birthright. They're born with millions of dollars. You understand? You've seen that. Now, when their father died, they have millions of dollars and they're spoiled little brats. They're assholes because they don't want to. If they don't like how you dress, they don't like how you're looking at them. You understand? Then they want to throw their weight around them and get you in trouble. You understand? I'm saying things like this on purpose because I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? But they'll do things to harm you. You understand? They'll do things to get you to be in a worse condition than what you are. All because they have the money and power to do so. They're spoiled. You understand? When their parents that actually earned the money, you understand? I'm not saying every devil earned their money. Some of them did. Some of them in a good situation from the jump because of who their father is. You understand? Because they're Edomites, they're in a good situation. You understand? They're in a situation to where they can come and be better than you in this kingdom. You understand? But in their kingdom, they did what they call a little bit of work. And now they're the CEO of a company. And they get to pass it down to their kids. You understand? One day the tables are gonna turn. And you're gonna be the CEO of companies. Not just one, of companies. You understand? And you'll be able to pass this down to your kids. When the kingdom of heaven comes, you understand? If you endure, you'll be able to tell stories of how these monsters used to rule over us. But now we have the kingdom of heaven because I was able to endure by the grace of the Most High. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away.
Do what?
Depart not away.
Go ahead.
And thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Listen, cleave unto the Lord. Don't show your flags, don't show your colors and leave. Cleave unto the Lord and don't run. You understand? Don't be a coward. You understand? Like when our King returns, you're going to be increased. Meaning what? The Lord, you was faithful over a few. He's going to make you ruler over many. You understand? Drop that. Give me Matthew chapter 18. Start at verse 7. Book of Matthew chapter 18, verse 7.
I'm coming.
Go ahead and read.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 7.
And Salaki, if you got anything you want to say, you can jump in at any time too. Go ahead and read.
Woe unto the world.
Woe unto what?
Unto the world.
That word woe means destruction. Go ahead and read.
Because of offense.
Because of what?
Offense.
Go ahead.
For it must needs be that offenses come.
What does that mean? Woe unto the world for offenses, because of offenses. For it is, and I'm gonna paraphrase it in a better way. For it is necessary that offenses come. What is that? What does it mean? Break that down. If you don't know, it's okay. Go ahead.
It means like there's gonna be destruction to the world because of physics, like half this like a prophecy.
Break it down some more. Yeah, the world is gonna destruction is coming to the world. You understand? Offenses have to come, but break it down. Why does the scripture say? Read it again from the top.
Verse 7. Woe unto the world because of offenses.
What does that mean? Break it down. Let's go step by step. What does that mean?
Like there's destruction to the world because of things that were said.
Not just things that. All right, let me. So today, a heathen just chased the Israelite down the street with trying to kill him, right? Woe unto the world because of offenses against who? That's the point. Against the offenses against the children of Israel. Remember, this is a nigga book for niggas. You understand? This is a nigga book for niggas. So woe unto the world for offenses. You understand? Go ahead and read.
For it must needs be that offenses come.
For it what?
It must needs be that offenses come.
What does that mean?
Not sure.
Go ahead, sir.
Read from the top.
Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come.
Like some people are gonna just create that issue, but things are gonna happen regardless, and some people are gonna get bent out of shape about maybe one of their favorite celebrities getting exposed for something, somebody dying, or words getting exchanged. All these little offenses that are happening, that are going to happen. Just kind of preparing you for the inevitable. Like this needs to go down. It has to get exposed. Feelings got to get hurt. It's time to have those uncomfortable kind of moments, more or less.
That's the point. It has to happen. Offenses need to come. Offenses, here's the beautiful thing. Offenses, if you look at offenses the proper way, it will mold you into a great man. You understand? Or a great woman. If you look at it with the right lens. You understand? if you look at what's going on with our people, these are offenses. You understand? Every nation putting their hands on the 12 tribes of Israel is offensive. You understand? Now, if you look at that and you say, well, goddamn, all of that, what did Donald Trump's, one of his famous comedians, so what did they say? Puerto Rico is a shithole country. That's offense. But if you're Puerto Rican and you don't look at that, like you don't think that's an offensive statement, then you're not gonna be like, well, goddamn, this monster just said something diabolical about my people. You understand? But if you look at it with a greater, you look at it from a greater perspective, you understand? Then you can say, well, nah, we're a lot more than just shit. We're greater than you. We're the greatest thing walking the earth.
Right.
You understand? And then once you see that, once you start realizing that these offenses are like the Lord allowed our oppressor to be these great devils over us, you understand? So that we could be molded and whipped back into shape the proper way. They're supposed to be a whipping rod. You understand? For us to finally be like, well, goddamn, I'm not taking no more of this punishment. I'm about to get it together. But without offenses, you'll never get it together. Why? Because a gift destroys the heart.
Right.
But here was an even greater offense than calling Puerto Rico a shithole country. Calling Puerto Rico, after stealing the richness out of that land, calling them a port of riches. That's the greater offense.
Right.
You're calling them Puerto Ricans. That's offensive. And the Lord said offenses must come. Go ahead and read.
But woe to that man by whom the offense cometh.
Woe to Donald Trump. Woe to America. Woe to Elon Musk. You understand? Woe to all these heathens that offend the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Why? Because they know who we are, but here's what they believe. As long as we don't obey the Lord, they can do whatever the hell they want to do to us. They believe this. I was with Cap at a store, and it was literally up the road up there. And if I'm not mistaken, Cap was there to use the ATM or just to grab something real quick from out of there. I think we grabbed a couple drinks, and then we, you know what I'm saying, he took care of what he had to take care of. Cap asked him a couple questions. Cap asked him, why is he selling weed to our people? Why is he selling weed to the children of Israel? You know what he said? They don't know that the children of Israel. They don't know that. Not this monster. This monster, a different diabolical beast. You understand? I told you, hey, me and him got a bet. Okay. We got a bet. And the water to the Lord that this happened today, because I'm gonna remember it when it's time for him to pay up for that bet. You understand? Listen, we got plans. When it come to, that's why the Lord said, prepare slaughter for his children. You understand? For the iniquity of their fathers. That's why the Lord said that he was going to sell them to the children of Israel. You understand? Slavery is going to happen again, but it's going to happen in the most beautiful way for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? We get to own slaves this time. You understand? Now our kingdom get to get built. And that monster next door, Lord be with him in that day. You understand? We made a bet in front of the angels. Lord be with him. Here's the thing. The Lord, if I don't endure, if I don't endure to the end, then he's gonna win the bet.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But I have to endure to the end. But Salaki, it was you go down by the end of Washington and then take that left. It's like the first cornerstone on your left. All right. We go inside there. That monster told Cap, he said, listen, they don't know who they are. Cap said, why are you selling drugs to my people? Why are you selling this weed to my people? They don't know who they are. As if it means nothing. You understand? Like once we learn who we are, everything will change. Go ahead, sir.
That's one thing that's crazy that separates us from these heathens. We don't sell drugs to nobody.
Right.
To nobody.
Right.
We don't think that anybody should be on drugs.
Right.
Unless you're prescribed by a doctor or something like that, you got an ailment, get it properly diagnosed.
Right.
But you got a lot of people out there that this is another reason why we ain't affiliated with any other organization, because they will try to play that same card. Like, oh yeah, like you can sell the heathens.
That's right.
No, you cannot.
That's right.
You ain't supposed to be no filthy drug dealer.
That's right.
At all.
That's right. And here's the thing. Once our King returned, not even if we get it together before Christ's return, he go out of business. That's what Cap asked him. He said, what if our people got it together and stopped buying weed? All he said, he's like, I just find a different product to put up there.
Right. There you go.
You understand? Like he can do that now. That's something he can do now. He can find a whole different product that's not weed to go up there now that can actually be helpful to the body. He's not selling weed to his people. He's only doing it to us because he knows he can. He knows this is the land of the free for him.
Right.
The home of the brave for him. And because he can do that, and because this is the place where he can live the American dream, where he has the opportunity, because he get to come here and rule over slaves too, by selling you weed, by keeping you in a docile place. You understand? I just posted on my Facebook the other day. It was a devil. He was some kind of medical scientist or something like that. He broke down, and it was he almost went into, you remember Cap DeBar's lecture on marijuana?
Right.
He almost broke down Cap DeBar's lecture in 10 minutes of how destructive weed is and how harmful it is to the body. How people think that, oh, you smoke weed and it's just a drug that will calm you down. It's not that.
Right.
That weed does more harm to you than you could ever know. Go ahead.
There was a study done not that long ago. I got the article to say somewhere. They were doing a study on how marijuana can, similar to like fetal alcohol syndrome. How someone's alcohol consumption can be passed down to your kids. They were saying the same thing about weed. Some of the effects on like memory, cell function, neurological, processing, things like that. I can't remember all the specific items in detail, but it was saying how they found some evidence saying that gets passed. Those traits can get passed down to your kids too after long-term use of it.
Listen, and we wonder why we're in this condition.
Right.
You understand? Like we get as a people, we always take the thing that's gonna make us numb the pain. You understand? We don't want the fix. We want to just be numb from it, so that we can turn our eyes and act like it's not happening. You understand? I told my rib the other day. I said, as a people, we're at war. You understand? But to be able to focus on, like you talk to any woman in the world, and you ask her what her goals is for the next 5 years. I want to travel to Jamaica. That's every woman's bucket list. They want to go to Jamaica. I want to go to Greece. There's nothing wrong in wanting to go to these places, but there is something wrong in wanting to go somewhere so bad that you forget what's happening.
Right.
or you don't want to look at what's happening. You understand? There was my ex-rib. She literally told me I had to tell her because she was not gonna look. She was like, I just trust that you're gonna tell me what to do. Why do I have to tell you what to do? What if I'm busy? Why you can't open your phone and say, well, goddamn, World War III is happening. You got the kids. All it takes is a 1-2, hey, Russia just bomb Ukraine.
Yeah.
Iran is pulling up missiles, aiming it towards the United States. This is recent. This is recent. You understand? But we're so asleep as a people that we don't even care about what's really going on. All we care about is weed, because weed will help us sleep for a little bit longer. Weed will push all of reality to the side a little bit longer. You understand? But the Lord said, go ahead and read that again. Offenses must come. Read it from verse 8 from the top.
Verse 8. Wherefore, if thy hand or thy foot offend thee, cut them off and cast them. Cast them from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life halt or maimed.
Listen, it is better for you to enter into life. And this one, is it saying if your arm offends you, your literal arm offends you, to cut it off? What is it saying? Trooper Ash Arataza. What is it saying, soldier? If you don't know, it's all right. But give it a shot.
Sorry, this is not talking about it.
Huh?
It's not talking about
It's talking about Israel. It's better for Israel. It's saying, when it's the scriptures say, it is better for thee to enter into life. America ain't no other heathen entering into life. It's talking about Israel. It's better for you to enter into life halt or maimed.
I don't know any of those two words mean.
So maimed or halt, it means to not, whatever part that offends you, it means it's better to have it not there. You ever seen somebody walking with on crutches or in a wheelchair with only one leg? You understand? They had to have that leg cut off. Or you have seen them with one arm, they had to have that arm cut off. You understand? Is this talking about having your members literally cut off? Go ahead.
I know like saying like if you're like, if something's offending you, like it's better to stop it so that
That's get a brother a hand. That's exactly what it means. It's better to stop it. You understand? Go ahead.
Just gonna add on to that. And similar to how we're one body Christ, many members, many parts, one body. You know, we're all people that are part of that body.
Right.
So in this case, that hand can be your cousin. That foot can be your best friend. Or it could be basketball. Any basketball safety with you. Or it could be your girlfriend. It could be your parents. It could be your siblings. It could be your kids. And that's something you might have to separate yourself. You have to cut that off before it takes you out the truth. Where it's like, did you read the rest of that verse?
Lord, not yet. We ain't get to that. Now you too off.
I'll let him finish the rest of the verse.
All right, go ahead.
Rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into everlasting fire.
Now that sounds like a romantic notion to die with your homies, to the wheels start crack.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ride it out to the very end. I'd rather go into the kingdom of heaven without all of those vices, without all those friends, without all that family. If I get to partake in the kingdom versus sticking it out with them just for us to go back into the gutter, just for us to go back into the heat, just for us to get punished for the things that we're doing. Because obviously, if I'm being told to cut them off, we're doing something inappropriate. We're doing something wrong. So instead of keep on continuing doing something wrong with them, just to get lung cancer, just to get into a drunken accident on the highway, just to get shot for trying to rob somebody, I'm gonna just cut that off now so I can live.
That's the point.
Lord allow it to quit.
That's the point. Give him a hand. You understand? Here's another way to look at it. When you're in the truth, everybody else is in the world. And if they're in the world, they're on a slippery slope. You understand? This world is a. You ever heard of the Titanic? What happened to the Titanic? America's about to hit an iceberg. It's about to sink. You understand? And everybody that's following the wave of America and the wave is do what thou wilt. You understand? They're gonna sink with America. They're gonna crash and burn. We don't want that. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Verse 9. And if thine eye offend thee,
Come on.
pluck it out.
Do what?
Pluck it out
Go ahead.
and cast it from thee.
Go ahead.
It is better for thee to enter into life with 1 eye, rather than having 2 eyes to be cast into hellfire.
Listen, it's better to enter into life with 1 eye than to have 2 eyes and to be cast in the hellfire. What does it mean to be cast in the hellfire?
To be burned with miracle.
That's the point. You understand? When these nuclear missiles come, they're gonna come. It's better to get rid of these distractions than to die with America, to be unalived with America. It's better. You understand? It may feel good in the moment. That's what a distraction do to you. And a good distraction will allow you to make it feel good in the moment. Go ahead. Talk up. Speak up. We got a building now. You ain't gotta talk like, no. Project your voice.
Calm. I was just about to say that what were you just saying, sir? I was gonna ask what you were saying.
Listen, no sweat. Here's what you have to understand. With everything that's getting ready to happen, it is always wiser to obey the Lord. You remember what you was gonna say? Go ahead.
When you was talking about like when you lose focus, distractions. You were saying that it's good. It feels good in the moment, but then the after effect comes later, and that could damage your life.
Give him a hand. That's the point. That after effect. A lot of people don't look at that after effect. A lot of people don't count the cost. You understand? here's something that would be very wise to do before you make a decision. Look at your decisions like things that you want to buy. You understand? And ask yourself, do I have enough money to buy this? Because if I don't, then I'm gonna have to end up paying in the end. I'm gonna have to owe, and I don't want to ever owe, because I may have that payback. What Yardar song is? Payback is a dog.
Right.
I don't want to have to ever owe anything. So in order for me to not owe nothing, I have to stay away from distractions. You understand? Meaning what? I can't celebrate the American holidays. You understand? I can't celebrate Easter. I can't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Go ahead.
And birthday.
Listen, you can't celebrate your birthday. That's a given. You understand? Listen, in the house of Lakam Yalla, what is a birthday? You understand what I'm saying? I'm never telling you happy birthday. You may hear, boy, you're getting older. You may hear that. You understand? That's how little I care about. I don't even care about my own birthday. You want to know when I was born? In 2019, May 19th. And that's when the Lord brought me into the Isupk under command of General Young. That was the day I was born. You understand? Anything outside of that, I don't recognize. And I don't celebrate May 19, 2019, do I? That's the point. I just do what the Lord told me to do. You understand? The whole point is, don't let America, everything that's thrown at you, don't let it distract you. Because it can easily distract you. It can very easily. America is great at being, they're great at being diabolical monsters. They'll throw a distraction in front of you and then let you take the distraction. And then they'll be like, I didn't force it on you. You took it. The whole time they knew the ending. They knew this was going to happen to you, but you didn't count the cost. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Verse 10. Take heed.
Do what?
Take heed.
That means listen close. Go ahead.
That ye despise not one of these little ones.
That ye do what?
Despise not one of these little ones.
Go ahead.
For I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven.
Drop that. Go to 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 7.
Come.
If anybody online have any questions, you can ask them at any time. Just drop a question in the chat. Precinct Officer Kananya will let me know your questions. Book of 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 7. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans. Come on with it. There you go. It's in the New Testament. There you go. Flip all the way back there. There you go. Chapter 1, first chapter, verse 7. Quickly.
Come. First Peter chapter what is it?
Chapter 1.
Or what's the verse?
Verse 7. Come on with it.
This is the book of Peter, chapter 1, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold.
Read it again from the top.
Verse 7. That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold,
Mm-hmm.
that perishes, though it be tried with fire.
Though it be what?
Tried with fire.
Go ahead.
Might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Jesus Christ.
What is that saying? Break that down. That the trials of your faith, becoming much more precious than fine gold that perishes. It's like it is becoming much more precious than gold that perishes, though it be tried in fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearance of our one Yahweh Shah Mashiach. What does that mean?
That your faith, like your trust in the Lord,
Give me more.
is worth more than gold.
Read again.
That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire.
That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than gold that perishes, though it be tried in fire. Your faith is going to be tried in fire. Go ahead and read.
Meaning that you're
I just gave it to you. Come on with it. Come on with it.
Verse 8. Whom having not seen, ye love, and whom though now ye see him.
Go back to verse 7.
That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold and perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Jesus, of Yahweh.
What does that mean? Might be found unto praise, honor, and glory at the appearance of Yahweh Shah Mashiach.
Like the only way that it can only be found by following the law, statutes, and commandments.
So your faith is going to get tried. You understand? Offenses are going to come. Remember all the scriptures that we just read. Offenses are going to come. Your faith is going to get tried. One day in your mind, you're going to be like, man, this is hard. It happens to the best of us. It's like, AG, have you been there before? You understand? Listen, there's been times where I got checked, where I wanted to walk out the door. Literally. And what stopped me walking out the door was, next priest, Lakam Yala. In the middle of a Sabbath service. Next priest, Lakam Yala. And at that moment, I had to make a split decision. Do I want to serve the Lord, or do I want to go back to the world? My faith was tried. Go ahead.
It's meaning like hard distractions are gonna come, but the only way to do it is to follow the Lord.
That's to get a brother hand.
I was gonna say to that first part too, trial of your faith being much more precious than gold that perishes. what we go through for this is worth something. This is the valuable food for thought, valuable life experience. It ain't to be taken like how arbitrary some of the trials might be. Frustrating, annoying, burdensome. No matter how much you lose in it, it's worth something. This is value.
That's the point, man. Listen, at the end, it's always worth it. It's always worth it. This is what I told my rib. I was like, listen, I was like, following me, I said, it may be hard right now. It may be hard. You may not like everything that you're told, but it's gonna be worth it in the end. If you just do it, it's gonna be worth it in the end. You understand? Sometimes there's things that the world is gonna try to come at you with. And if you can stay away from it, you're a young man in the world. You understand? If you can stay away from it, you're starting to grow and be a man. If you can stay away from distractions, it's going to be worth it. Understand? Drop that. Let's get Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha, chapter 2, verse 5. If anybody have any questions online, you can ask them anytime. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
For gold is tried in the fire.
For gold is what?
Is tried in the fire.
Go ahead.
And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Listen, gold is always going to be tried in the fire. And the only gold that come out of the fire is fine gold. That's the gold you want. The gold that come out of the fire. You don't want the gold that's melted away and that can't stand the test of the fire. You understand? You don't want that nasty stuff. You want the gold to come out pure. You understand? That's how the Lord wants you. That's why the back half of the scripture say, and acceptable men, in the furnace of adversity. You understand? In order to get the kingdom, you have to go through things. You understand? And not only do you have to go through things, you got to endure. You understand? Your faith got to be locked, and your election have to be made sure. You understand? You made your election sure this weekend. You understand? Now your test is going to come. You said you want to be like Pops. You said, hey, I want to be just like you. The Lord gave you a grand opportunity. Now your test is going to come. Your test is going to come now. Now that it's up to you. Is this what you really want? Or do I want to go back to being whoever that nigga was in the world that we done forgot already? You understand? Go ahead and read.
Verse 6. Believe in him.
Who is the him? That's the point. Go ahead.
And he will help thee.
Go ahead.
Order thy way aright.
Mm-hmm.
And trust in him.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy.
Do what?
Wait for his mercy.
Go ahead.
And go not aside, lest ye fall.
Listen, if you start to entertain the distractions just a little bit, you're gonna fall. You understand? If you start to look at somebody come up, hey man, come over and smoke a little bit of this weed with me, and you start playing with the thought, you're gonna end up smoking weed. You're gonna fall. You understand? Stay strong in the Lord. The scripture says, stay strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. You understand? Drop that. Get me Revelations 3:18. The book of Revelations, the last book of the Bible. Chapter 3, verse 18. Come on with it.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in fire.
To buy what?
Of me gold tried in the fire.
Come on with it.
That thou mayest be rich.
That thou mayest be what?
Rich.
Go ahead.
In white raiment.
Go ahead.
That thou mayest be clothed. And that the shame of thy nakedness not appear.
What is the shame of thy nakedness? Go ahead, sir.
And correct me if I'm off on this. You said you had committed your carnality.
That's the point. That's the point. The shame of you're tried in the fire, meaning you put off the old man and you put on the new. You understand? So, and you put on, and the new man that you put on, you're now clothed. You put on your beautiful garments. You understand? Like Ezekiel said in Ezekiel 37. You understand? Now you're clothed back in the law, statutes, and commandments. And what does that do? It keeps the shame of who you used to be away from you. It keeps that nasty stain of your past away from you. You understand? That's why the Lord said, I counsel you to buy of me gold that's been tried in the fire. You understand? Read on.
And anoint thine eyes with eye salt,
Mm-hmm.
that thou mayest see.
That thou mayest what?
Thou mayest see.
Go ahead.
Verse 19. As many as I love, I rebuke.
That's what?
As many as I love, I rebuke.
Go ahead.
And chasten.
Mm-hmm.
Be zealous. Zealous.
Zealous.
Zealous. Therefore, and repent.
Go ahead.
Verse 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock.
Listen, the Lord said, it's like our king said, behold, I stand at the door and knock. Go ahead.
If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him.
What does it mean for Christ to say, I stand at the door and knock? If any man hear my voice, I will come into him. Go ahead.
Meaning he will show them, he'll give them the opportunity to join, to follow his commandments, to join the truth. But if he decides to follow that way, then he'll show him the path.
Yeah, brother. Here's what Christ said. Our King said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. You understand? No man go to the Father but by our King. You understand? Yahweh Shai Mashiach. He said, if any man open the door, I'll come in. You understand? What is Christ going to do when he come in? He's going to guide you in the truth. You understand? So meaning what? You're going to follow our King perfectly. Christ said, be ye therefore perfect. You understand? So the vibe of our King will be on you. Meaning the vibe of the Lord will be on you. You understand? Because the vibe of Christ will be on you, the vibe of the Most High will be on you, because he come in the name of the Most High. You understand? He's the representative of the Most High. So because the vibe of Christ is on you, you understand the vibe of the Most High is on you, and it's all because you decided to obey our King. That's what it means to open the door and let him in. Just obey. Just do what he said. You understand? Go ahead and read.
I will come into him and will sup with him,
Come on with it.
and he with me.
Come on with it.
Verse 21. To him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I also overcame and am set down with my Father in his throne.
Listen, this is what we're doing this for. We're doing this for power. You understand? You think we're in this class right now. We got this building and spent all this money and all these hours building this beautiful building for nothing? You understand? We're here for power. You understand? That's what we want. We want these heathens to come bowing down to us. You understand? I want to sit on a platform 18 times higher than this, and the heathen come up, and I have the ability to say, take his head off or spare him. You understand? That's what they have. They have our lives. They have it in their hands. And all the police got to do is, let's take them to court. I mean, let's lock them up, take them to jail, lie to the judge. They already back somewhere conspiring against you. You understand? So they go to court. They got a lawyer that's on their side. The lawyer gonna say, yeah, I saw 30 pounds of bricks inside his trunk. Meanwhile, the only thing that was inside your trunk was some shoes. Open for the world to see. You ain't even got it in the box. You just walked in, walked outside your house, took two pairs of shoes out your closet, threw it in the trunk because you're on your way to play basketball. You understand? Because they want your life so bad. They'll conspire against you and they'll say, listen, hey, we're gonna throw you under the jail. Or they'll take it even further. Yeah, you look like the suspect that murdered somebody. You never murdered nobody in your life. You don't even own a weapon. You understand? But because you're black, you fit the description. And they'll pin it on you. Who got murdered that didn't commit a murder at a young age? Emmett Till. The brother whistled. You understand? And because the devil knew that he wasn't whistling at her. She knew that he had a speech impediment. She knew that he stuttered when he talked. But because she wanted a nigga to die. You understand? Now he don't have a life no more. The brother's back today. He's somewhere walking the earth. You understand? But he had to be unalived. He couldn't live past that little young age. I believe it was what, 11, 13, 14? Oh, 13. He couldn't live past that. And that devil died at like 98 years old. And on her deathbed, she said, yeah, I lied. I was wrong. Leave it to Christianity, though. She get the kingdom of heaven. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Leave it to them. No justice. Thanks be to the Lord that one day we'll get real justice. One day, they're not going to be able to say, yeah, I lied. It is what it is. One day they're going to say, yeah, I lied on him. He didn't kill nobody. It was I got him killed for no reason. One day we'll say, no sweat. You got him killed for no reason. Now you're paying with your life. And you're going to die right here, right now. No last words needed. Go ahead, priest.
It's like, if I could, it's like that movie Life.
Mm-hmm.
When they unalive that brother, the oppressor unalive that brother, then they blame the two brothers, and they end up getting life.
That's
exactly like that.
That's our day-to-day life. Get it, brother. Understand? That's the life, and that's why I love that movie, because it shows you the life of a nigga. You understand? Like these brothers, and how many brothers? I remember by the time there was 2 brothers that was unalived in Jenner, Louisiana. I believe by that time, Cap had to be in Alabama. I was definitely in Florida. You understand? I had to be maybe 15 years old. 2 brothers unalive, all because they was on the wrong side of town. They was the stars of the football team. They just won state with the football team. But because they was on the wrong side of town, and 2 Edomite women decided to lie on these brothers. You understand? Now they're no longer here. One day these roles are gonna get reversed. And one day it's gonna be us not lying on them, but we're gonna be judging them righteously. You lied on him, you gotta die. You gotta be unalive. Go ahead.
So if I could bring up one more story. He was accused of breaking some oppressor arm. Found out it wasn't him.
Come on.
I don't know who the lawyers he had. He ended up serving time. You know what I'm saying? And he eventually got out into the just to be a so-called black man in the wrong side. You know, they still got sundown town.
That's the point.
Little racist areas and stuff like that. They shocked when they see you. They don't think a black man can come over. They still feel that entitlement from back in the day.
And what you're saying is so crazy. You would think in 2025, the average person in America would think that there's no more sundown towns. You understand? Because what is the motto of America? Can we all just get along? We all believe the same thing. Let's join. Everybody love Martin Luther King until it's time to love, you know what I'm saying? Till it's time to love Martin Luther King. Everybody love it. I remember I used to slave with an Edomite. And that was the best devil I ever slaved with. The best one. Here's what made it the best work environment I ever been in. As soon as I got in the truck, first thing he said, I don't like black. I hate you. I said, wow. He was like, you're black. He's like, you're lazy, you're good for nothing. He's like, you're black, I hate you. I was like, well, hey, this is gonna be a beautiful partnership. And he was like, wow. I said, I hate you. And he was like, what did I do? I said, you're white. I flipped it back on him. And because I was able to do that, he's never met probably before me a black man that was able to flip it like that and be sincere. I was a trooper at the time, so you know, zeal was strong. In my mind, I'm riding with him thinking like, the first thing he say, I don't care if I die tonight. First thing he said, I'm about to lean this motherfucker. You understand? But it was one of those to where after we got done, he told my boss, he said, I only want to work with him. We can work together knowing we hate each other. And then we can go our separate ways. You understand? One day it's going to come. See, I strongly believe he was one of those that was cracking that whip. But I strongly believe that. One day it's going to come. Well, he's going to have a whip cracked on him. You understand? And that's going to be a glorious day. But in order for that day to come, I can't be distracted. We can't allow distractions. You understand? To like if I was a regular nigga in the world, when he said that to me, I would have been distracted based off of that. Oh, you don't like me because of what? It's up. Let's come talk to me for 3 minutes outside this van. Let's have a good conversation. We are having a conversation. Now I need it outside the van. I need it outside the van. Let's see what these 3 minutes looking like. Let's see what the Lord will. If I wasn't in the truth at that time, that would have been my mindset. You understand? But because I was in the truth and I'm getting counsel at the time from Cap Kapash, you understand? I understood maintain discipline. Meaning what? Don't get distracted. These monsters are gonna say things. They're gonna say and do things to get you to veer off. Your job is to stay focused. Keep that mentality. If I fuck up, I won't get the kingdom. I can't mess up because I have to be worthy of my king. And if I'm worthy, then this month he's gonna be mine. I pray in the kingdom of heaven, and I can whip his back from sun up to sundown. But I have to endure. You understand? Give me 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. Come on with it.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you.
Read it again.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened to you.
Break that down. What does that mean? Beloved, think it not strange that a fiery trial happens to you, as though it's not supposed to happen to you. What does that mean? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Like, you know how you go through trials and tribulations, you know what I'm saying? Why am I going through this? Why is this happening to me? That's because you are being tried, fiery trial. The Lord is trying to see if you can endure this.
That's get it, brother. Sometimes your trial is up here. You understand? Every trial ain't gonna be, oh man, like what's the good one? A Cabo down. Every trial, sometimes it's, how am I gonna get this taken care of? How am I gonna do it? And your mind starts messing with you. You understand? Sometimes your trial is you're overthinking. You understand? That's why the scriptures say, give us this day our daily bread. You understand? So that way you don't think about tomorrow. Tomorrow ain't here. We only thinking about the day. You understand? But sometimes what we'll do is we'll think about things in the future. You understand? And those things in the future can mess us up if we dwell on it for too long. You understand? We thinking about stuff that's going, like, do I have enough money to pay this? If I got enough money, I want to take my rib out to eat, but if I take her out to eat, I'm not gonna be able to pay my car note. But if I don't take her out to eat, hit her mouth for like a week. Do I really? And you thinking about this stuff. You understand? Think it not strange when trials come to you. You understand? No matter what the trial is, depression. Even if it's something like your car breaking down, you understand? There's times where on my way to Hebrew Academy, my car broke down so bad I couldn't drive to Hebrew Academy. Asha Iyer had to come and pick me up for Hebrew Academy. You understand? And that was a trial for him to get me through the trial. You understand? So he had to sacrifice and go through a trial every Sunday just so I could pass my trial, so we can get the trials. You understand? And that's like, and the crazy thing is like, I'm sitting here baffled. Why in the hell am I going through this? You get what I'm saying? Like, and then all of a sudden, I told what got me through Hebrew Academy, General Muhammad 3:16 breakdown. We not worthy of our king, but we better get worthy. In my mind, as soon as I start focusing on the trial that I'm dealing with, that comes in my mind. I'm not worthy. I gotta get worthy. So damn this trial, I'm not gonna think about the trial. I'm gonna think about what's good right now. What's good right now is I'm with my brothers. What's good right now is I'm alive. The Lord gave me a second chance to make sure I get it right. Every day the Lord gives me a chance to be perfect. So I'm gonna be perfect. You understand? What that do, when you start taking your mind off of the trial, then the trial will phase you. You understand? Of course, you're going to think about it for a second. But when you learn to take your mind off of it and focus it to something else, then that trial will phase you. You understand? Trials is there to, listen, Satan does what he does to keep you from the kingdom of heaven. His job is to keep you away from the kingdom of heaven. If you don't make it, his goal is accomplished. You understand? General Muhammad, you hear every year when Hebrew Academy come around, I don't want none of you to graduate. My goal is to graduate none of you. And then every time we present ourselves in front of Commanding General Yohana, I failed again. So what General Muhammad say, again, I failed. You understand? Your job is to make Satan fail. Go ahead.
So if I could, just to build on what you were saying, and that's the number one thing that Christianity said, the Christian people say too. Well, we all ain't perfect, or we all are sinners. We all fall short. But that lets me know that they're gonna read further enough to the Bible.
That's the point. That's the good brother. Yeah, well, that's the point. You understand that the scripture definitely say, yeah, of your father the devil. You understand? And that's the thing. When you're in that mindset, you don't know that you're working for him. Right. You think you're working for the Lord. You understand? Listen, the Spirit of the Lord was with Saul for 2 years out of 40. Saul was king for 40 years. The Spirit of the Lord was with him for 2 years. And then the Lord left him. And he was just working as a king for 38 years. You understand? The Lord allowed Saul to stay as a king for 38 years, and he died. You understand? The Lord was only with him for 2. Out of the whole time that King Saul was king. Why was the Lord only with him for 2? Because King Saul got distracted. You understand? We cannot get distracted. Distractions is gonna cause our demise every time. Go ahead and read.
It's the same verse.
Verse 13.
Verse 13. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Christ's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Listen, the scriptures say, rejoice. Hold on, Salakia. Rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Christ's suffering. When the glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. When you go through your trials and you go through your suffering, understand Christ went through it too. Our King was tempted on every side. You understand? He went through it too. So you're suffering with him. You understand? And here's the beautiful thing. When you're in the Isupk under Commanding General Yohana, you don't suffer alone. We don't suffer alone in here. You got brothers all around. You got brothers. We're not going to let you fall. I haven't had a brother in this school let me fall yet. And it's not going to ever happen. You understand? As long as you stay as long as you keep your eyes locked in to where it's supposed to be, you will never fall. Meaning what? Can't fall weak. Meaning what? Rejoice. When distractions come and you start to suffer a little bit, you go through a little bit of pain here and there, rejoice because Christ went through pain. You understand? Take it as a badge of honor that you get to go through suffering. You understand? And you get to stand for our King Yahushua and the Most High. You understand? Take it as a badge of honor. Because Christianity ain't doing it. Christian pastors, deacons, the members, they're not standing for the Lord. But you are. So when you're going through what you go through, take it as a badge of honor that you get to go through this for the Lord. You understand? Drop that. Get me Luke chapter. Matter of fact, let's get Matthew chapter 14, verse 22. Start at verse 22. The beginning of the New Testament.
You said Matthew chapter 22?
Matthew chapter 14. Start at verse 22. Come on with it.
This book of Matthew, chapter 14, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
And straightway Yahweh constrained his disciples to get into a ship and to go before him unto the other side, while he sent the multitudes away. Verse 23. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray.
Mm-hmm.
And when the evening was come, he was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary.
Listen, the Lord, our King, our Lord Adonai Yahweh sent the 12 disciples on a ship in the sea. He sent them somewhere. You understand? They had to cross the sea to a big body of water to get to the destination that Christ sent them. And while Christ was up on the mountain praying, the waves started crashing like crazy. Wind started going crazy. The waves started crashing the ship, and they thought they was gonna die. They didn't think they was gonna live that day. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
And in the fourth watch of the night, Yahweh went unto them, walking on the sea.
Did what?
Went unto them, walking on the sea.
Come on with it.
Verse 26. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled.
They was what?
They were troubled.
Listen, and later that night, a little bit of time after everything was going on, after all the chaos and commotion, you understand, they're afraid. You understand, because they don't know if they're gonna live or die, because how strong the winds and the waves are. Later that night, they see our King coming, walking on the water. He's walking on the sea, and they couldn't notice initially that was Christ, so they was afraid. Go ahead and read.
It is a spirit.
Start from the top of verse 26.
Verse 26. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, "It is a spirit."
It is a what?
It is a spirit.
Go ahead.
And they cried out for fear.
Listen, they thought that Christ was like something scary. You understand? You see, like what's that movie? Haunted House. You ever seen a scary movie? You understand? They thought that Christ was like a ghost walking on water that they could actually see. You understand? They didn't think that was Christ. You understand? They thought it was a spirit, and they was afraid. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Verse 27. But straightway Yahweh spake unto them, saying, "Be of good cheer. It is I."
It is what?
It is I.
Go ahead.
Be not afraid.
Be what?
Be not afraid.
Go ahead.
Verse 28. And Peter answered him and said, "Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water.
Go ahead.
Verse 29. And he said, come.
Listen, Peter was the one that he's the one that stepped up. Everybody that was afraid, he was the one. Listen, if it's really you, bid me to come out there with you. This is if you're walking on water, grant me the same ability to walk on water too. This is physical, literal water. It's literally happening. You understand? This is not a metaphor. This literally happened. You understand? Go ahead and read.
And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus.
He did what?
He walked on the water to go to Yahusha.
When Christ said, come, Peter started to walk on water. Go ahead and read.
Verse 30. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid.
He was what?
He was afraid and beginning to sink.
Listen, Peter started looking at everything around him. You understand? Instead of keeping his eyes on what it was supposed to be, instead of keeping his eyes on our King, he started looking at everything else around him. Remember, the wind was already going crazy. Waves was already rocking the ship. You understand? So the Christ came walking on water in something that would be considered very dangerous. In the middle of the sea world. You understand? Christ came walking on water in while the waves was crashing. You understand? Peter saw that. He said, if it's you, allow me to walk on water too. Christ said, come. So Peter started walking on water. And then he started seeing everything that was going on. He's walking on the water, but he's seeing everything that's happening around him. And instead of keeping his eyes on our King, he started looking at the distractions. You got it absolutely correct. He started looking at the distractions, and he started to sink. You understand? Why did he start sinking? Because his eyes wasn't focused. He didn't stay locked in. In here, you have to stay locked in. Go ahead.
He started thinking about like how not people say that it's physically impossible to walk on water. I assume that he started thinking about like what ifs, what if it.
And say it right here what happened. He didn't have to think about nothing. He just looked around. You understand? He saw how intimidating the waves looked around him that he was walking on. And he started sinking. He shouldn't have been looking at the waves in the first place. That's the point. You understand? Go ahead and read.
He cried, saying, Lord, save me. Verse 31. And immediately Yahushua stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith.
Oh, what?
O thou with little faith.
Go ahead.
Wherefore didst thou doubt?
Listen, when you start to fall weak to your distractions, at that point, you allow your faith to shrink. You stop having faith in the Most High. You start having faith in the things that's around you. You understand? When you start looking more at what's around you than at the Lord, then you start having more faith in what's around you than having faith that the Lord can save you from the things that's going on around you. You understand? Go ahead and read. Well, matter of fact, drop that. Get God. Get me the water, please. Get me Luke 14:25. Two books over. Go ahead.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 25. And there went great multitudes with him. And he turned and said unto them, verse 26, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children.
Lock it. Give me 1 second. Drop down to verse 28.
Verse 28. For which of you
read verse 27.
Verse 27. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple.
Cannot be what?
Cannot be my disciple.
If you're not willing to put on what our King put on, you understand, to go through suffering, you understand, and follow our King. He told the rich young ruler, he said, if you would be perfect, sell everything you have, give to the poor, pick up your cross and follow him. Meaning what? It's gonna be a painful road. Everything ain't gonna be peaches and cream. You understand? But if you're not willing to go through it, then you cannot be his disciple, meaning you're not worthy of him. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Verse 28. For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost?
And does what?
And counteth the cost.
Listen, whenever you getting ready to do something, you understand, make sure you count the cost. Make sure you see if it's gonna be conducive to you, if it's gonna harm you, or if it's gonna be beneficial to you. You understand? This is the point, you understand, of not being distracted. Everything you do, you have to weigh it in the balance. If it's over here, you have it being beneficial to you. Over here, you have it being a detriment to you, meaning it's going to be harmful to you. If this outweighs this, do not do it, because your salvation depends on it. You understand? With that, pass the class over to priest and officer Mungo.
Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk starting out at 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York.
Welcome to Atlanta.
When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They'll be saluted only. They're here to set themselves on the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, you can find it in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. It means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department and teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the Lord's 56th annual Passover coming up April 12th in Atlanta, Georgia. Get in contact with the school near you if you need any needs met, any contributions you can make, any accommodations. Let them know. Keep in contact with the school, checking the bulletin boards and the hallways. And if any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. That means your boots, your shirt, your pant, headband, and or scarf. With that, individual, Michael. Salute for the teacher, individual, Michael Shabbat, Mike, Barak, Yahweh, Shemiah Shabbat, Yahweh, Start to the front. Courtesy salute for the sisters, individual, Michael Shabbat, Mike, Barak, Yahweh, Shemiah, Yahweh, dismissed.
Practice Officer 5000, Jeremiah Yachty, Camp Leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025. Starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under commended junior honor.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.